40 pieces, clean pieces. It's just like Ellen and cow where they arrange for table, put for grand. But your own defense say they don't put them for table, they put them for grand.
All right, guys. We are back again on this particular case right here, as you all can see right there already on the screen. There are more findings. Allegedly shows that the late 24-year-old Salome Adaidu was not the gospel singer's girlfriend. I know say since from the beginning of this whole thing, me myself, I think and say, because some people are saying, because from the beginning, I called this guy a Yahoo boy. Some people attacked me. No, everybody cannot be a Yahoo boy. Everybody cannot be this. You know, Nigerians, we all are confused, including myself. In most cases, because the situation of the country don't make all of us confused to the extent that sometimes we see red, we don't know whether not red anymore, not green or whatever. But when some of us can see it, many out there will still be very, very doubtful. I say na Yahoo boy. They say no. How can a gospel singer be a Yahoo boy? Anything will lead to ritualism is Yahoo boy. By the way, what is the definition of Yahoo boy? I be not be Yahoo plus on the column. The definition of a Yahoo boy or Yahoo plus or how na the column be say these guys go extra end, right? To make sure the practices of that satanism is being accomplished. And what is that extra end? Where did they go? Now ritualism. Even though not yet confirmed officially that Yahoo or no Yahoo, but anybody who buys a human being, and at the end of the day, you cut the human being. So we don't want to call you now. Some of you now where they argue with us, wait till I say we call. Listen to the family member, then I'll come back to a proper analysis on this video.
Like 40 pieces, clean pieces. It's just like Ellen and cow where they arrange for table, put for grand. But your own defense say they don't put them for table, they put them for grand. Innocent Ele, a copper, a promising young lady, very intelligent. On Saturday evening, my sister tell me to say she did dress up to go out. Then we can't ask her say where she did go. She can't say she did go visit a friend. Till Sunday, we no hear anything from my sister again. All of a sudden, I did on my way. They go back to my station where I did work. Now I get call on my way going for Gwadimpa. Say make I turn back. They come okay. My sister get accident there. I say no problem. Accident. I ask details of the accident. Where did the accident happen? What happened? Police no fit give me any details of anything where they happen. I say to no wahala. I don't they come with the shock and everything where they do me. Now I'll hang for that Douye Junction first for some period of time. Make some calls before I come waka. Come they go okay. When we reach okay, I meet my younger brother and our last born for there. Now I ask them to say where Ele. They say Ele don't die. I say, Ele don't die, how? The next thing we can't come up for there. I can't go see Ele. I just in a normal like Ele just die, get accident. I come, I see Ele body. The pieces are into like 40 pieces. Clean pieces. It's just like Ele and cow where they arrange for table, put for grand. But your own defense say they don't put them for grand. They don't put them for table, they put them for grand. I asked what to do my sister. They no answer me. The next thing na him body to scatter, made a bury am. We look for one corner for there bury am. But me I know to say that bury will bury am there. No be there he go there. Now just make we fit keep the body. They bury am there. Mortuary they said no fit carry go mortuary. The body to scatter. Una no say body to scatter. Una no fit carry and go mortuary. Una no they do anything about them. After that day we left that place. We come up for there. We come out that night. That Sunday night we no fit sleep. Monday morning we start waka. Monday afternoon, they never call us. Monday afternoon, I don't ask where we go. We waka, we go police station for Orozo. We reach that police station for New Orozo for Nasarawa State. They start to ask questions. I asked the DPO, what thing they happen with my sister? He say, make I go ask my other sisters. Now maybe the firstborn of Adaidu Joseph family. My father just died in May last year. He never even reached 1 year. Say the guy where my sister follow now our friend. I say with my life and with everything I know in this life, I know all my younger sisters, they are friends. Even my friends, they know my sisters. My sisters know my friend. Everybody for our family, they know 1 or 2 people about. And the contact must say you deal with person for 1 year. Your family member, not 1 and 5 girls. When you get 2, will be your best friend. Even if she know they too close to me, she gets 2. Our last born and how we they do the university together, the same room, the same faculty. No go know who she they date for 1 year. The guy say my sister they live with her for the past 1 year. Me will meet my sister for under bridge for Nyanya when I they come back from work on Friday. Now the same person will say they live with her, get away, they close from work for Nikon Insurance, they come back straight to our father's house. You say now the same person will be say if they come they see you for waiting that they call them for your house, so now they live together. He just killed her, butchered her in his room. See big rubber there for that house there. Nothing this guy. The guy is the way the guy they act. The neighbors stop staying and so speak aloud for in room. If they butcher my sister, carry her head, they go okay. Now your Okada see him. They see blood, they drop. Okada can't stop him.
Never reach 5 months the father died. Let they pay me. He say he must stand for me. Now he be say now he be my husband. Say now he be my everything. I can't dey happy.
The only thing where we want is just justice for Ele. May we just know what to do Ele. If the guy, they have call logs. They have ways that police can investigate things and tell the family. See now they never fit give us our sister phone. They deal with the phone. They deal with her things. They know they give us information. As far as me I'm concerned, I don't have any information. I don't know anything about Ele.
All right. This is a very pathetic one. Any angles you try to look at it is very, very pathetic. It's disheartening. It's very, very disturbing. Very, very disturbing. Because sometimes when things happen like this, we easily just move on as a human being, especially when it's not from your family or any of your relatives. We just, okay, oh, sad, oh, everybody will just move on. Listen, anything that is bad, we must kick against it. Some of you have justified this Yahoo of a thing in a different way. Not be Yahoo boy. Ritualism have been existent before Yahoo boy came into the light or whatever. Anything you call it. It's just like during the time of NSAS. During the time of NSAS, Nigerians came out. We started the whole thing by saying end SARS because of the police brutality at that particular time. But when NSAS started, kick-started in Edo State, if you guys remember, when it started, the NSAS not going to end again. Then a lot of anger, disturbing a lot of plights were being poured out through the shadow of NSAS. So a lot of people were not even saying at that time, end everything. But the title still remained NSAS. Now let's come to this Yahoo of a thing. It happens through a gospel singer, allegedly, doesn't mean he's not a Yahoo. A man who cut his girlfriend's head, who killed his girlfriend, cut her head, bushara. Then what is it for? Is it not the same path that most of our youth, all of them are running more than their shadows? Everybody want to make money overnight. Everybody want to drive nice cars overnight. Nobody want to put in the work. Then what do you call this? Anybody who takes any blood in an exchange for money, what do you call that? Okay, just ritualists. A ritualism. All of them are still Yahoo. Because Yahoo stands for going through the shortcut to make money. It's still Yahoo. Our politicians, most of them still in our commonwealth, is Yahoo. So let's say it how it is. You people stop defending, not be saying a Yahoo boy now, not be saying a Yahoo boy. What is the definition of Yahoo boy? Criminality. They now put Yahoo plus. I don't know what I call them for this country. Yahoo plus, Yahoo, you buy, you make the money. It's still not the same thing. It's the same satanism. Is it not the same family of satanism? So this video now where we see so shows that this guy done it by before, allegedly. It also showed that this guy, this girl we buy so, not be girlfriend. The girl was just a victim. I don't know how he take con him. I don't know how he take deceive him. Made the girl can't go see him or whatever. Because we saw another video where another girl came out that this guy said there's a karaoke and all that, the gospel, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Hello everyone. I just heard about a tragic incident that happened in Abuja yesterday where a guy, his girlfriend, like, thank God for my life because maybe I would have been a victim. We belong to the same group on Telegram and he posted that he is doing a karaoke or something, that he's a gospel artist and I was interested in singing because I sing. So I went to his DM and I said, I'll be interested in the karaoke, and he sent the, what's it called, to me. He sent the address to me and invited me to come over to Orozo. Thank God for my life because I told my sister and my sister was even telling me to go, let's go, let's go. He kept calling me. He was calling me every day. Here is a screenshot of the chat, the short one I made on WhatsApp. He even sent a message to me on WhatsApp. Here is it, everyone. He told me to come to his place, that he's going to make arrangements for me. Thank God for my life. Guys, my mind was not just going. And thank God for work. I was really busy with work and I could not go. If not, I would have been a victim of this. He kept calling. Where are you? This. It was... I just give God the glory, guys.
So the girl was actually thanking God that work delayed her or kept her away from visiting this guy at that particular day. If not, maybe she would have been the victim. So who know what she still tell this particular one where this one take go see him? And how can we at this moment now know how many girls with this guy don't bite in the past? So to our Nigerian police, you guys are doing marvelously well, especially at this particular moment, even though the family members are not pleased yet with the investigation the way it's going. But we want to urge you to at least please find out. You have the phone of the satanic suspect, and you have the phone of the late Adaidu Salome. Check their conversation. If they have any kind of conversation, it's like in the UK. If there was this particular case that I followed up in the UK, where it concerned rape, the boy say he not rape the girl. The girl say he rape her. Now they come ask the boy, say, okay, how Unate no say we don't find the chat, and the girl agrees to make we come. They check the guy's phone. There's no conversation. The guy does not even have the number of the girl. Now, Halloween, no Halloween, all those things will be like on that bridge. We get on where for UK like that. Now, inside there, they get the pass. Now, this is our Nigerian guy. Cash him for back. Inside that place, Halloween, so now there for do. And he wants to do, you know, wear umbrella. Now, so you ought to do one. So you don't say person where they rush. Now, so that they be. Now, it's sentenced that Nigerian guy that time. I think it's about 10 years or so or more. I can't remember. This is more than 19 years or 18 years ago. I actually follow up the case because we know this Nigerian guy and all that, but I'll just leave it like that. Some of you that know me very well will understand the area where they talk go so. So the Nigerian police should please, you are doing well. We want you to do more right now. We want to know, we want to get not just justice. Say tomorrow they don't buy this allegedly gospel singer. No, I don't buy him because he buy person, they will buy him. But no, it shouldn't just end there. We want to know if he's telling us the truth. Saying that my girlfriend for 1 year was living with me. The family member just came out now that there's nothing like that. Say they live how? Where? So wait till 1 year from and say, how you take corner and make she can't see you for house. So at the end of the day, you can't buy and cut, into 40 places, according to the sister just now. And my advice to our girls, A lot of girls are running left and right, running under their shadows. You know, all of them want to make money through men by all means and all that. Listen, girls, the same man that you are looking up to today, you can be better than that man. What makes you think that men must always be above you? If you work so hard today, you can be better than anybody. Be consistent with what you do. I don't understand how you guys have reduced yourself to that level that you must be under a man for you to succeed in life. I'm talking to the girls. I don't understand. Because a lot of you see these same satanic Yahoo boys or criminals or ritualists or anyhow you guys want to call them. They buy car, they do this, they do that. First name when they give them Audogu. And they say some of them, they call my inbox. Boss, I get Aza, I beg, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about the guys. Boss, I get Aza. I just read one comment one message the other day. I shook my head, saying, wow. You get Aza because all that you've seen around me must be through criminality. Then I commented on Today, not some time ago, but a couple of months ago, still talking about this criminality, Yahoo boys, internet fraudsters, and all that. Somebody came under my comment. I showcased it on my live broadcast on Nigeria Watch Media, but I don't have the comment anymore. But I remember I showcased it. Somebody came, two of them, they came under my comments. They criticized me. One particularly asked me, bros, can you tell us what you do for a living? I say, you did tell you, ask me. Because they don't believe there's any way a youth can ever achieve anything anymore except through criminality. The mindset is gone. The same people are the people joining us to criticize the government. Let's assume our government has decided today, okay, we are done. The youth now say we could come out, Abi, okay, make una come take over, make una rule the country. No, say while I don't come. Not be the same youth when they see so. Sad, very, very, very sad. I appreciate every one of you. Thanks for joining us today. Please help us to share our videos.
Ajayi, who has been remanded in the Criminal Investigation Department of the Nasarawa State Police Command in Lafia. Now, Timileyin was apprehended for the murder of his alleged girlfriend, Salome Adaidu, a 24-year-old member of the National Youth Service Corps who was serving at Nikon Insurance in the nation's capital, Abuja. Timileyin was brought to the headquarters of the Nasarawa State Police Command from Karshi Development Area of Karu, local government area of the state, on Tuesday, where he was paraded alongside the knife and machetes that he used to commit the crime. He has, however, gone ahead to say that he doesn't have any regrets about the murder. Let's take a listen.
She was always cheating. She hid most of the things from me most times because I saw her phone. Like I said, most of the chat with the other guys. That's what I saw on the phone. I don't have any regret because life is reciprocal. That's what I thought. Life is reciprocal. And if you must be with someone, you have to be reciprocal with that person. You have to understand what that person is going through.
You know, of course, when this story happened on Monday, I believe, and then he was remanded on Tuesday, the social media had gone ablaze. We're just trying to understand exactly what the reasoning behind such a brutal, horrendous crime could have been. But to now see him sitting there saying he has no regrets and giving the reason why he did what he did to be because she was cheating on him and he felt that he needed to do something like that to her really makes me question, you know, where he's at mentally. Ayo, let's talk about this.
The fact that you've asked that question is why it's putting a big question mark in terms of just reviewing this case. So since the last time we spoke about this, when this horrific news broke, I think we talked about this on Tuesday. Yeah. Yes. And it boggles the mind as to why another human being would want to behead someone that he said he shared a relationship with, even though that is also under question. Because the girl's sister has come out I watched the interview where she said she doesn't know, her sister had never mentioned anybody like him. There were also conversations around how he was found out. In that interview where he was spoken to, he said that he was one who surrounded himself, that he wouldn't have been caught, didn't want to be caught. Questions around that. Now, what some people, or what it looks like, is a big cover-up for a bigger issue.
I agree.
And so I don't just agree with surface level interview where he's speaking nonsense. But like I said, and I maintain, they have to investigate this further. There might be, very likely, a bigger cabal behind him. This might just open up the door to a cartel of parts dealers or ritualists who are using these girls. I also saw a video of another girl in a related fashion saying that she could have been victim to this guy, that she was in a Telegram group and he had advertised a karaoke session, and she actually revealed the correspondence between both of them, meaning that it wasn't just one victim he was after, because the chat was very suspicious, even encouraging her. I said it was a choir leader, that they were doing Christian karaoke, but said that he had made space for her to spend the night.
Oh my God.
So that's why I'm saying that a lot of things don't add up. He might be feigning mental illness now by the way he's responding and answering, maybe as a diversionary tactic, but I believe that there's more to uncover, and the police ought to do their due diligence. The sister of the unfortunate, the victim of this killing has said that justice must be served. I think they owe it to her memory and to her family members who must be in turmoil, who must be in distress at the moment, at the disgusting way and the horrific way their daughter was killed, to please ensure that justice is brought, and any and everyone involved in this ought to be apprehended. So he said a lot of nonsense. He spewed a lot. It's provocative if you watch it. It's irritating. You can blame moral decadence, but I believe that there is a lot more, and it might just be a cover-up for something bigger. If we're going to get to the bottom of this thing, we must be very intentional about investigating everything around this young man. It doesn't add up.
I totally agree with Ayo. So for me, the first thing that really upset me is hearing this man saying life is reciprocal. And I'm saying, you've taken life. Can you give that life? If life is as reciprocal as you say it is, and you believe what you're saying, you've taken someone's life. Can you return that life? No, you cannot. However, Shaitan, this is becoming very concerning because we're seeing a rise in femicide in Nigeria. Violent crimes towards women, especially fatal violent crimes towards women, were never this rampant. Yes, you heard of domestic violence and so forth, but actual, the murders, homicide, that's what I'm calling it, femicide, of women, it reminds me of that case from last year. Remember that young man who had buried the victim in his backyard and was said to have also murdered several other women as well, and his family had they were alleging that his family had protected him, that his family knew about it and they protected him. And so sometimes when we talk about patriarchy, people think that we're being too aggressively feminist, but when you look at the entitlement of this man and you look at the fact that his body language says, everything about his body language says that I can get away with this, and I most likely will get away with it. So besides the patriarchy of it, of feeling that as a man, if I have been cheated on, then I can take whatever necessary, there's a problem already there, right? Then the second problem is the fact that this guy thinks there's such impunity in this country, that this country, he obviously believes that Nigeria is so lawless that he can get away with it. What kind of statement is, oh, they wouldn't have caught me if I didn't want to be caught? I mean, just imagine the pompous ego of such he's a psychiatric case, but he should not hide behind his psychiatric case. Like Ayo said, there's more to this, and if you follow the trend, because this is something you heard of in other countries. It's not something you heard of in such such close succession. The same demographic, young girls always being murdered by young men. This is quite a new phenomenon, and it's something that needs to be looked into.
Very fantastic submission, lady.
With wise diasporans, I mean Nigerians in diaspora, not those ones are contributing billions for a church to be built in their community, in their state, in their village, when the road is like this, when their people don't have steady electricity, when their people lack all the social amenities, they are contributing billions to erect a church. When I speak with wise Nigerians in diaspora, it gives me great joy, and this video is dedicated to one of them. For those of you that are saying that religion is not your problem is your leaders. Leave religion alone. Leave the pastors alone. Leave churches alone. Let me tell you the story of Japan. The capital of Japan, which is Tokyo, was named Edo. It was Edo before they changed it to Tokyo. Okay? And Tokyo is somebody's name. Let me tell you about Tokyo. When the Portuguese visited Japan, these people stayed in Japan for 15 years. And in these 15 years, they built 50,000 churches in Japan. It was when this guy took over, he was made a shogun. He had his own army. Tokyo, he beheaded all the religious leaders. The leaders of all these churches, he beheaded all of them. Years later, his people decided that the only way that they will honor the person that did this, because his people were so wise to understand the impact that he created, to understand why he did what he did. So they honored him by changing the name of their capital, which is Edo, from Edo to Tokyo. Church is your problem. That is your biggest problem. You see the government that you're talking about, the politicians that you're talking about. Government and religion is two sides of the same coin. The God that you are closing your eyes to pray to. I need a car. I need a house. I need money. I need food. I need good road. Accident is not my portion. Untimely death is not my portion. Robo. That's your imaginary friend that you are talking to in the name of a supreme being. Is actually the government of the day. Yes, God means the government of the day. The reason you don't have a house is the government. The reason you don't have food is the government. The reason your life is so pathetic as it is the government. The reason you are so miserable is the government. And the reason all these things are happening is because of religion. The government that are dealing with you, they have created an image. They have created a character that you should keep all your blame on, the devil. Everything that this character is doing is actually done by your government. You people we don't have good road in this country. Festive period is approaching. By the time you drive for kilometers on a bad road, so many people will die. Accidents is going to happen. You are not the only person that casted and binded on timely death. All the accidents that happens all of them, they prayed in the morning. Some prayed even more than you. Some fasted. Some are better than you. But unfortunately, accident is going to happen because the road is bad. How often do you hear that trailer fall and people were killed in advanced countries? How often do you hear that? Because their God, which is the government, have fixed all these things for them. Untimely death is not their portion. It's not because they were casting and binding. It's because the government have made it possible that they don't die untimely.
To be honest, I can stand here today and I can give a few points that are contrary, a few points that explain perhaps what we're going through and how it was totally predictable, most of it, and maybe avoidable. But I'm not going to do that. I've chosen not to speak about the economy and the reforms or to even explain anything because if I explain, it would help this government, and I don't want to help the government. I don't want to help this government. You know, they're my friends. If they don't behave like friends, I don't behave like a friend. So I watch them being stewed, and they don't even have people with credibility who can come and explain what they're doing. But I'm not going to help. I started out helping, but I'm not going to help. I'm not going to discuss it. Let them come and explain to Nigerians why the policies that are being pursued are being pursued. And meanwhile, I'm watching a very nice movie with popcorn in my hands. I'm watching them stew. But I will say one thing. What we are going through today is at least in part, not totally, at least in part, a necessary consequence of decades of irresponsible economic management.
Mr. Chairman, Mark Eset is my name from Akwa Ibom State. Okay, point over that, Mr. Chairman. Am I recognized, Mr. Chairman? Thank you very much. I am from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Chairman, I don't know if I'm the only person, but I doubt. What the IGP is reading is quite different from the document we have. No, sir, we are all here for budget. Very important, please. It's very, very important that whatever they are presenting, all members will be acquainted with it. You can't give me a copy after this. It's not the same thing. The details are not here, like the zonal offices he has mentioned. They are not captured here.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Please, Senator, please. Make it easy. It is our decision within the leadership of this committee to allow IG to summarize his presentation.
No, Chairman, we're not in a hurry. We are not in a hurry. We must do the right thing. We are not in the chamber. You are there to wait for the collective. You have it. It's not in this copy. What is written is a new copy was sent to you. Check and see it. If you just have the copy, ask for the copy. This is not a big deal. You ask for the copy. The copy is there available.
Point of order, Chairman. There is a point of
I'm still on the floor. I'm still on the floor, Mr. Chairman.
We need the opinion of all the members. Can we allow IG to proceed with what is reading?
No, we don't have it. We don't have it. Then I will leave. What are we reading now? What do you want to do? Leave. We are acting in the head. Leave. Mr. Chairman. Please go. Mr. Chairman. Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman. Thank you. Deputy Chief Whip. Deputy Chief Whip. Deputy Chief Whip. Deputy Chief Whip. Mr. Chairman. Point of order, please. Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues. We are here to serve Nigerians. And Nigerians should see us as a very serious institution. We are not against the presentation of the IGP, but I, as a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, should have what the IGP is reading. Yes. Exactly. Please let me finish. I represent the section of this country. What the IGP is reading is different from what I have. And I'm going to ask questions. Let me finish.
Before you finish, I'm the chair, please.
Your BOQ is 12 mm. Now, coming to this site, you use 10 mm. After the basic.
Yes, sir.
You use 10 mm.
Yes, sir.
So, that thing, is it not corruption?
Yes, sir, it is, sir.
The year has barely started and some people are already receiving serious backlash from the governor. Stay with me as I unpack all the juicy details real quick.
See, this is drain. And you are supervising this job. Send all these contractors from this state.
Yesterday, the governor decided to go on an inspection tour around the Shimoni North and South local government areas in Asaba. We ended up inspecting over 9 projects in total, like it was so hectic. However, before I break down all the details, I would like to first talk about the Ibuzo Achala Asaba Road Phase 2 project. After visiting several sites with the governor, we finally arrived in Ibuza to inspect and ascertain the level of work done thus far on the project. Little did he know that he was in for an unpleasant surprise.
From this area now, down to this area, this is how they patch it everywhere.
While any major work is yet to be done on the road itself, the drainage system is a whole other story. There were so many problems with this work. The governor spotted the inferior materials used in the execution of the project, and the contractors and engineers also got exposed by the people who live in the area. Take a look.
I'm out for all the contractors. If I go from I will see more.
From this area now, down to this area. This is how they patch it everywhere.
Is this 12 mm? No. Tell me now, what is 12 mm? The ministry marked the place for demolition. Why are you plastering the place now?
Talk out. When the military said we should demolish it, so we looked at it and the ground started doing the dressing.
This is not only disappointing, it's disturbing. We can clearly see how upset the governor and the people are about the poor quality of job done here. Personally, I am so glad the governor means business when he said contractors who deliver sloppy, substandard projects will be blacklisted. I sincerely hope this happens because at the end of the day, we deserve better. Thank you, Governor Sherry, for prioritizing the well-being of the people and working for the greater good of the state. That's all for now. Tell me what you think about this video below. Like, share if you care. See you later for part 2. Bye.
All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. We don't come again. Today is Thursday, 16th January 2025. I'm going to start with that last video quickly. This is one of the things I talk about all the time on this platform, that if you're a governor, you don't sit inside your air condition and be passing orders from there. You have to go on the street to see what the people are doing, because a lot of people in Nigeria are very, very deceptive. You know, they will tell you A, whereas they are doing B, C, D. So I like what this governor is currently doing, you know, in their own state, because this actually happened in Asaba, Delta State. You know, it went on. They paid the contractor to use 12 mm rod to fix that gutter, and they went on using 10 mm. When I see what they talk, say the problem we have in Nigeria is huge. Although in most cases, governors are part of, allegedly, they are part of this criminality by planning and conniving with these contractors, you know, to do what they're doing. But this governor have proven now that I'm not part of it. You are going to be exposed. I remember Oshomole was doing similar thing during era as the governor of Edo State at that time. Because I can testify that I saw a couple of videos then where Oshomole disgrace contractors and all that in Edo State then, if you guys can remember. You know, so I thought I should quickly made a speech on that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. Thank you very much for your time with us today. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much, Mother of all Mommy Diaspora. I appreciate you, Mommy, for all that you do for us right here. God bless you. Thank you very much, Clement Ojo. Thank you, everyone right there, Jace Mark. Thank you. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Larry Dipo, George Bluechell. I appreciate you all, my people, and God will bless you now. Blessed Lady Amaka O in the building. Thank you. Ariami Abdu, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. Divine Cross, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Many others. Peggy Modi, Just Blue Chair. I already got a super chat from you. I'm very, very grateful for this. God bless you. Thank you. My pocket never run dry. Then I have Kings Logera here in the building. I have many of you came in earlier on, but I've showcased so many of you already on the screen. Sebastian Obeta, thank you very much for joining us today. I appreciate you as well. I got Enterprise, thank you. Rosie Ayos, thank you. Many others, Marvis, I want to say, and many more. But I just want to move on right now. But meanwhile, my people, I have this article that I need to take, as you can see on the screen already. That's the only title that I put there. Like I told you guys before, don't be deceived by the title we put out. You will come here and see multiple presentation, but we only put one article out, you know, just to just for the thumbnail. But meanwhile, Wike have started to step on bigger toes, like we've advocated or called several times on this platform that our government or anybody in Nigeria should step on toes, because you need to step on toes for Nigeria to be better. I understand a lot of us will argue that Wike is not credible enough to be applauded for stepping on any kind of toes and all that, blah, blah, blah. Some might also argue that these old things stepping on big toes right now might be between them just to deceive the gullible Nigerians. But as you know, say, as we see them, so they carry on, they come here, you know, for me, I cannot ascertain, you know, the sanctity or the truth of this should I say, article or activities that Wike is trading on right now in FCT. But I would like to quickly take one or two paragraphs from here. As you can see already coming from Sarah Reporter, Wike revokes land allocations of governors, Uzodimma, Douye, Senate Leader Bamidele, Abike Dabiri, and 564 others in Abuja. If this is realistic, I will applaud Wike for this. Don't get me wrong. If this is realistic, if not the normal way of deceiving Nigerians, I will applaud Wike for this. You know, that yes, because for Nigeria to be better, we need to step on toes. And if we have to step on toes, you have to start from the top. Some of the day we share right now, some of them don't rule Nigeria, they don't do everything. Some of them don't we share, some of them don't they work again, some of them they don't old. But the best time to step on their toes now, when they're 90 years, you go carry them, tie them like Melu, throw them behind bars. That's what it's supposed to be. Yes, their family members will feel the pains that they have bestowed, or rather cost Nigerians since probably Nigeria was created. That's what it's supposed to be. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if we have that kind of leader that can do this for us anytime soon. Well, meanwhile, what do I know? I'm not going to take on this any of this article, but just the headline is okay for me. But meanwhile, according to these names here, they're already grumbling, lamenting, complaining that Wike is doing, more than he can chew. My people, that's the only article that I have for you guys today. But I want to see this particular matter, is what I want us to talk about today. Although I presented a couple of things. When we present lots of things like this, all you just need to do is to give your submission on any. Yes, sir.
I send you a comment on private chat. Check it.
Okay. Let me quickly look at it. 1 minute. Okay. All right then. No problem, sir. All right. That will be sorted. Thank you so much. God bless you, my brother. All right. Yes. As we talk on before, my people, I appreciate every one of you. Please, for those of you that want to call in, this is the best time for you to call in. We just saw Mr. Paul trying to call in. Yes, you can call in again so that we can quickly take your call and move on. We have Black Panther with us early today, which is good. Any of you that want to join us, it's better you just come in now. Now, no say Nigeria was not the get time to wait for anybody that much anymore. If you want to put a voice out there, you come in and quickly put your voice out there. You can continue with your activities afterwards. But meanwhile, Mr. Paul, you're not there, so I'd like us to just move on right now. Mr. Paul, can you hear me? You're not there, fortunately. When you're ready, maybe the time you'll be calling back, I might not be available. That's just the truth. I appreciate every one of you, my people. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Thank you. Please help us to share our videos and like our videos. Press on the $sign to encourage our work right here. I will really do appreciate that. On the comment section, let me see if you guys have some comment for me there. Okay. Some of you are already doubtful over these Wike steps and all that. I understand. Yeah. When a leader have never portrayed a truthful lineage for God knows when, it will be difficult to trust people like this when they are doing what they're doing, because sometimes they can sit and plan that, okay, what can we do for the people to think we are doing a good job? But like I said, if this is true, I'm very, very, very proud of what Wike is doing. Step on any toes. It doesn't matter what the consequences might be. Step on it. But meanwhile, let me hear from my brother. He's already on the panel. I'd like to hear from him so that I can listen. Thank you very much, Black Panther, my brother. Please talk to us with all we do. I don't know whether you follow us from the beginning, but what we've presented so far, just give your submission. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Nigeria. You can hear me clearly, Abi?
Yes, very clear, very clear.
Thank you so much for today. I got interested on today's what really attracted me, magneted me, I came in was the Edo State Election Tribunal and the religious part of your presentation. I want to thank you. May God continue to bless you and keep you well for us. I would like to thank Mommy. Mommy, I love you. You are more than a diamond to us. May God continue to increase you in every way and prosper you and keep you well for us. In Jesus' name. Our audience, top notch to every one of you. You can do our channel a favor by pressing on the like button and sharing it so that a lot of people will learn and will change their mindset, will be altered to a position where we are today, where we that are speaking will come to realignment with us and see from where we are, see from the mountain top. When you're on the mountain top, you see clearly the ground, you see people dumping, what is going to attack and what is going to, not to attack. So I want all of us to rally around, share this broadcast so that many will join us, because we need many people. We need many people in this channel so that their mindset, the way they see the government, we will all see from one angle, but from different points, we see to one angle where we all meet. We need to see Nigeria clearly before we can really, do anything, because we need to change our mindset. That is what we need. And I want to thank those on the comment section too. May God bless you guys. I would like to come from the last one presented, Delta State Governor. Now, I want to say here, I said something, I said this often, and I'm still sticking by it. But when I made a presentation, I brought in a caveat to it. I said the Nigerian politicians will not change. And if you listen to me, when I made a statement, I brought in a caveat that it is not time for us to move to another level. And take a look at it. What will change the Nigerian politician? It has to start from us. We have what will change the Nigerian politicians. They will not change on their own. They will never. But we are the catalyst of their change. If we don't change individually in Nigeria, the Nigerian politicians, they will remain the word that I said, they will never change. Because from what was presented to us in the Delta area, where the Delta governor was going around, you can see what the Nigerian people did there. You can see what they did there. If not for the people, the governor came. The governor can be persuaded by the engineers, because he is not an engineer. They can use engineering terminology to pull him forward from those rubbish they did. And look at what the people did. The people started showing the governor, telling the governor what they did here was wrong. And the governor paid attention. That is a catalyst of change from the people. That is what Nigerians should be doing today. You don't love your government. You don't like your government. Your government are there to do the right thing so that life will be affected for the better. Who are to make that change in our politics? It is me and you. That is why Nigeria was said, sometimes he said, The basic problem is the Nigerian people. Who could look that way. I have seen it before. But I want this message that Nigerian politicians will not change. I want it to drive long so that we'll get ourselves awakened and ask ourselves that question. What is going to change the Nigerian politicians? Since I said they will never change, it is you and I that's going to be that changing agent to them. That is what is playing a role in Delta State today. And that is what refused to play the role in Edo State. That is what refused to play in Edo State. Why somebody like Jawach was doing all he can, all from his mind, from everything he has, to make sure that the Edo State government, the past Edo State government, was really checkmated. He brought out roads that were not done. He brought out a lot of things. Do you know what happened? The same people that have drank the concoction of the politicians that don't want to change, they came here attacking Naija Wash, and every one of us that were a stumbling block to them, telling them the truth and what to do. That is what played the role. And you can see all the biscuit road in Edo State, all the drainages that wasn't done, all the things that wasn't done that Nigeria brought forward there. You can see how it affects us. You can see how it's affecting us. You can see how lack of education is affecting every one of us. Because those people that you see that are thugs, that are motorbike drivers, it is because they lack education. Edo State was not noted for agberoism. Go and check our history. Edo State was never noted for agberoism. And look at what we got now. It is now going from 0.5% driving to 15% or more. That is why you see an unrest in Edo State. And it will remain like that until the people rise up to change the politicians. They will never change. You see, they used to say change is something that you cannot alter. You can alter it, oh. It is only we that can alter change. Because the power is in us. And I have to say thank you to the Delta State government for doing a great job. And to the people too. I want to go to Edo State electoral tribunal. You see, let me tell you all why we lack confidence in what is going on in Edo State, in the entire electoral, what is going on in the tribunal. Let me tell you why we say this thing is not going to have head. Whether they are playing game, whether one carry, I saw one video, Nigeria was shown yesterday, where one carry something was, blowing up and down, that they disguise as one. These people are blaming each other. It is APC, it is not PDP. This is what your electoral law has made you to be. This is what a wrong constitution has made it to be. This is what your kind of governance has made you to be. It has created the monster out of us. And who is benefiting from all this creating of monsters? It is the politicians that refuses to change. They are making us, creating us to look like monsters because we refuse to think that we are the changing agent of these politicians. We are taking it the other way around. That is why we are seeing all this today. You know why? You know, the electoral law, I've been complaining from the constitution. I've been complaining for electoral law. I put it forward that before let us start from somewhere. Let's start from the electoral law. The reason why this tribunal will not have head, and even if it has head, money, a lot of money will transfer within the judiciary, within the politicians and the people. A lot of money is going to be transferred around them. Do you know why? You take Imo State as a case study. Now, in the electoral law, the way I understand it, when INEC finish an election, it has its own copy, that master's copy. There's a name they call it. Your law says it is only that copy that The judiciary will only look into anything that is coming from the party is irrelevant. That is why they said the party should go to INEC to collect the document that INEC would present, so that they will collect it and you will look from that document where the problem came and you go in for to defend. Now, I want to ask a question. Did INEC give this document to the PDP? I guess they might not have given them that document. It's the same thing that happened to Obi. Obi applied, they didn't give it to him. And when they went to court, the judicial system, the judges were asking, do you want me to start going to the market to look for it? That is the level of your laws in Nigeria. How can INEC give you a document at the polling booth, signed and sealed with INEC stamp, and it is not relevant when you are defending your case when there is rigging? The law says it's not indirectly, it's not relevant. That the one that INEC brought, the spreadsheet, is the one that is relevant, and that one is the final say. That is where the problem is in our judicial system and our electoral laws. For Nigeria to have common sense law, they refuse. How can you give me a document? You nullify, the minute I hold the document become irrelevant to my own defense in case of any problem. Then what is the reason why you should give me that document at the polling point? What is the reason? Does it add reason? No. Because it has no relevance. When you rig an election, I go to court and present it. The court will say that is not the document that you bring forward. Now you cannot bring any document, but the only document you can bring is the certified copy, that spreadsheet from INEC, which INEC refused, and the judiciary have no power to force INEC to give you the document. That is the reason why we said this old Sharia things that is happening in those states is going to lead us to nowhere. All the distractions, all the things that is happening now at back of the court, they are all distraction. If people don't understand Nigerian politicians, me I have understand them very well to the level that if I stand with them, they will be running from me. That is the level. There's not going to be any way, because in that court, INEC will prove that they are the boss in this election, and what they present is the true copies of what is right. And the judiciary have nothing, because they have no power in even investigating or doing forensic investigation. They don't even grant that. My brothers and sisters, let's just keep our finger crossed and rise up to be a changing agent in this country called Nigeria. I would like to go to the Senate. You can all see what is happening in the Senate now. The Senate committee, where the IG is presenting his own budget. What is going around in that committee there is that money has exchanged hand. Because as a chairman, this thing is not only, don't be moved by what is the northern people are doing, the northern chair, the man that comes from the north that is doing. It applies to every part of the country. When you are in a committee member who is a senator representing a people, the power of a senator, it lies on the people, and the people are given the power to sit on that committee seat. He has a right to pull back and tell the chairman, no, go back and look at what I'm saying. The chairman have to go back and see to its reason with common sense. How can you bring a document and the senators don't have the document? The senator that are supposed to make sure that things are done right, and the chairman said, don't you know? And the chairman, that is the only language they know. They want you to see them as emperor. He's telling them, do you know who I am? I'm paraphrasing. Do you know who I am? Don't you know that I am the chairman? I can say what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. My brothers and sisters, that is the mindset of an emperor. That is what your constitution has made anybody in position to look like. They are not subjected to the people, but they are subjected to the man sitting in Aso Rock. That is what the constitution has made everybody. Even if you are not well upright, standing on the regalia, standing on the foundation of truth, you cannot withstand what is going. You will go in there and do the same thing that chairman is doing. So what you see there, it is the constitution they gave to Nigeria that we have been complaining that this thing is a rubbish constitution. That is what you are seeing there. Exercising this. I want to go to the Emir of Kano. The Emir of Kano is part of the corruption. Was part of the corruption. So he went out and have a safe haven by they now crown him with Emir of Kano. Remember that Attorney General that stole 900 billion or 90 billion from the treasury. What happened? They made him an emir. Remember the money in the CBN, something happened there which they query Sanusi. But before we say Jack Robinson, they made him an emir. Nobody can speak of the emir because your constitution has made all of them emperors. Your constitution cannot bite. Your constitution doesn't give any security agent any power to move, to arrest, whether you be emir, whether you, it doesn't have any power, any bite. That is what your constitution has made all of us, all the leaders in Nigeria to become. They are all what? Emperor. And what is said about making that they are stewed, that he can is not going to give them idea. What idea does he has after messing up the CBN? You are not questionable. They couldn't question you. EFCC came to you and somebody pushed EFCC back because they wanted to question the way you rule CBN. But you are unquestionable. That's why they hurried up and gave you an emir and the case got closed. So anything the Emir of Kano says is just rubbish because this is a man that said something about his tribe that is above every other tribe in the country. So anything that comes from him is just, I don't hold it as something strong. Many people might hold it. They say, oh, this man is this. I don't hold it because one of the fundamental statements he made that made me to look at him. I respect him as a royal head. But the statement he made make me not to believe anything that comes out of him. You people can go and listen to his interview. When the first time they crown him as emir, what he said about his tribe over other tribe. I want to move down to the victims of buying of our girls and other things. You see, I can't really phantom a lot out of this thing. But what I will say here is that our ladies, our girls, that is why I always say we should have a strong laws. We should have a strong institution. We should have a strong policing, not police force, policing department that will handle this kind of things. It is common in all of around Africa. It's not only Nigeria, it's common all over Africa. Using human being as something to make as offering sacrifice. It happens. It's not only Nigerians. But what have our legislators done to curb all this? Like I say, they cannot do anything because they are part and parcel of this. If the laws are changed, it's going to affect their pockets. Because the mindset of an average Nigerian politicians, it is not 100%, but 90% of them, they are going for what? The treasury of Nigeria. And why? Because your laws empowers them to go for the treasury. But what I would advise I would give to every family, every home there, begin to reorientate your children. Begin to culture them well. Begin to advise them to be security conscious. Begin to know who they follow. Begin to know their friends. Begin to, begin to be very close. Like what some videos we have watched on TikTok and other things. Resist, your children from going into some things that they are not ripe yet to go into. You see women and mothers pushing their children out all because of money. This is absurd. We are not the poorest country in the world, but we are one of the poorest country in the world. We cannot belittle ourselves and start buying ourselves that we cannot create. We start using it. And who tell these people that you can use human being as you can change human being to naira and kobo or dollar? Who told these people? Who? That is where we need to start this orientation from home, in every Nigerian home, because our mindset has been altered. We need to start it from each home, because a nation is built from the home. Your security is built from the home. You can go to Western world, you see old women be watching road. If there's any kurukere movement, they will call the police. The consciousness starts from the home. So this is my advice to everyone, to the families and to our government. They should step up, though they cannot do anything because they are eyeing the treasury. But I pray, I beg them to step up. And Nigerians should know what is happening to their country. And to religious body, all what that lady said, I was almost convinced, getting to 100%. But I stopped at 95%. My reasons are this. There is a supernatural God that created every one of us. And that God don't need to prove himself to you, because you did not create yourself. But religiosity has done more harm than good to our society. That is why she gave an extract from the Japanese state. And what she said about the Japanese, I want the research on it. Everything she said was true. The same thing happened in China. They dealt with religious body. The same thing happened to them. Africa, I was indoctrinated into religiosity during the colonial era. That is when our mindset was changed. And we refused to change it because of greed of an average black man. Greed made us not to change it. Because even in the colonial era, it was the black man that sold his brother. It was the black man that white were using in the slave trade era. They refused it, but they insisted because of what greed. They wanted to make more money from their trade by barter they had with the Europeans. Despite the European came, we don't know their mindset, but they started executing it. But they introduced it into the black race, and some of the black race accepted it, and they now use it as a way of enriching themselves. That is why you have in all the black African countries, that's why you have uprising. That's why you have WAR. That is why you have government that cannot think, that refuse to think. Rather, they want the white man to think for him. That is how we have belittled ourselves. And we go out there, we see the black man making history. Out there, history in America, in Britain, in the entire Europe, making history. Why did they say civilization started in Africa? Did you see the artifact? More than 5,000 artifacts were stolen from the palace of the Oba of Benin. 5,000. What they brought is not, it hasn't got into even 1,000. 5,000 were recorded. And it has not even gotten to that, to show you the civilization of an average black man. And the culture in the entire black race that has sustained that culture till day, and they've not altered it, is the Benin tradition. That is why many, when people go against the Edolites. I laugh at them. Rather, they should be proud of the Edo people. I was watching a channel the other time. One channel. There was a boy from a man from the east. He's from the Delta, the Asaba. He was dismantling Edo's culture. He was turning it upside down. I bet he was paid to do that. He was paid to do it because people were sitting down. But thank God, one or two of them were standing like never before. And these two people were not Edolites. They were not from the Benin tract. They were from another region. They were standing like fire flame, while an Igbo extract, Onitsha to be precise, he was speaking. And I'm going to talk to the Dr. CM on him. I am going to talk him and I'm going to give him a message to give to him. Because when you have a self-grievance against a race that you cannot even talk on how it was, he was trying to rewrite the history of Edolites, of the Benins. He wasn't born. Neither is his own family born. This was 14th century ago. And you have been existing. And a man was speaking because it's in a comfortable position and doesn't know the history of himself. They were telling him about the Igbo history. He refused. How the Benin got the first, but was his lineage was from the Benin, the first Oba, the first king of the Onitsha. But he refused because he was filled with pride. And he was turning the Edo state, the Benin tradition, upside down. And I'm going to personally speak to Dr. CM on this issue. He knows him very well. Finally, I will say to you, everyone, that we should hold our culture strong. Our culture, we should hold it strong. We were not like this before. We were not like this before. Using our own fellow brothers and sisters for ritual. How did we get here? That's the question. How did we get here? Those of us that have the culture, that have the history, please, I beg you, begin to speak. If you have the time to write books, begin to write books. We should stop this menace going on in the world. Allowing a non-indigene of a particular tribe to write your history. Africa should rise up and write their own history and bring facts and figures. Everybody has seen it now. When we were speaking about the Benin history, people were altering it everywhere and so on. Now you cannot alter it because you have seen facts presented to the Oba of Benin, a custodian of our history, Oba Tokpeye. Now you have seen the stool where the first Oba of Benin sat on. They even stole it. And now they brought it back to the palace. That is why you see where the Oba used his white chalk to rub his hand to bring it. And that was the first time he stood and started dancing. Because what his forefathers told him, they have returned it back and he has seen it with his eyes. So may God bless every kings that uphold their culture, that don't utter it. May God bless every one of you. May you reign. May you reign. I want to say here, Nigeria Watch, God will bless you and God will come to lift you up because you have brought something that really touched my heart today. And many people, I don't know why, what is wrong with is wrong with us. When we see something that will uphold the blackness of us, that we talk about the blackness, because when you talk about the Benin's, you are talking about yourself. Because civilization comes from every one of you. When you talk about the Benin culture, when you talk about the Igbo culture, when you talk about the Hausa culture, you are talking about the black race. Don't utter what you don't know. Research here from people. The Benin's have seen it and have shown it to the world. It is not fake. Civilization started in Africa. It is not fake. We were the best cultures. Where did they find the knowledge? We were the best. Molding bronze, molding gold to become something. Building the toughest wall, the greatest wall of Benin is there. It's not fake. The greatest wall ever made by man is in Guinness Book of Records at the Benin. May God bless our Abba Benin. May God bless all the people that uphold that are with us to lift an average man up.
Thank you.
May God bless every one of you in Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. God bless you, my brother. Thank you very much for that long submission. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But I have someone on the phone, Prince Akwashi, with us here. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Yes, good evening, Niger Watch, and good evening, those on the panel.
Thank you, sir. Happy New Year.
I just, I was busy with some meeting, but I decided to come out to make some submission. Black Panther, you try, but Black Panther, they could, sometimes cool down. No go get high DPO because of Niger case. You're on the right path. But at the end of the day, I just want to say this. Now, let me start with Delta State. I disagree with the applaud for the governor. I'm from Delta State, and I know the governor that we have. Apart from that, that knowing the governor that we have, he's not an engineer. And it's also an indictment on the Ministry of Works in Delta State. Black Panther, Niger Watch, you live overseas, and you know how things are done. Let's start from your personal work, assuming you want to remodel your house or you want to do anything. You give it to a contractor. The contractor applies to the city. The city have their own engineers, and whatever the contractor is doing, he will have to present it to the engineer, the county engineer, who will come and verify to make sure that whatever that is being presented, whatever the contractor is presenting before approval for them to add anything is the right specification. So does he have to take the governor to be there before anomalies will be pointed out? It's an indictment. It's how where the governor, if the governor is to do the right thing, the first person to hold is the Commissioner of Works. And the engineers, the departmental engineers, that is supposed to supervise the work every day. That is what they are being paid for. Are they saying that when they give contract to people, they just let them do things? And they take them. All these contracts you see, it's all their party. The main person that even got the person that got the contract, it's not the person doing it. That contract must have gone through, their cronies, and probably this person is either the seventh hand that they keep selling the contract to before it gets to that person. And guess what? At the end of the day, nobody is going to be indicted. Nobody will be held responsible. All these things will be covered. It took the vigilance of the community people. Probably they have Igbo very well. Igbo, they have a lot of engineers, guys who are brilliant. The only thing is they don't have a job, but probably they're in the village, and they must have seen all these things. Okay, and then moving on, let me talk about the lady I agree with her 99%. The only thing I don't agree that she said is when she referred to God as government of the day. I don't know the God she's talking, but if it is the capital G, is a supreme being. That one is aside. The small God could be government of the day. That's that. But she nailed it, and it's true. I've told people, if you are hungry, prayers will not bring food to your table. God has given you everything it takes to be able to fend for yourself. But you see people, they go to night vigil, they go to, they go there, and when anybody speaks, they'll call you Antichrist. We're all overseas. How many people go to, how many, look at the people that even colonized us. How many that brought the religion to us? How many times do we see them going for night vigil at the church? And some we do 100 days fasting. They know more than Jesus.
Thank you.
Jesus did 40. Their own is 100 days. Some will even do 200 days.
Thank you, sir.
All in the name of deceiving themselves. I think that's a part. I guess the other one I have to talk about is Ogachi telling us that Anambra is good. Thank God that somebody that will now saw somebody who is now giving us the true picture of Anambra State. Because Ogachi the other day was saying also Ludo is building the roads. Government is not about building roads, but it's about security and doing the right thing. Thank you, Nigeria Watch.
Thank you, Oga Prince. God bless you, sir. All right. Thank you very much, my people. I'd like us to move on right now. I thought I was having another call right there. Okay. Let me come to Oga Prince Collins. Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Good evening to you. Abike, talk to us, sir, if you're there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Najawosh. Thank you for your time and all these your resources that you are putting together to make sure that some of us that are interested and those that have got the access, are regularly informed about what is going on in our nation and in extension Africa. I want to really appreciate you. I want to appreciate your courage. I want to
thank you, sir.
Appreciate all your effort put together to succeed in this year. I pray that you continue to improve and expand so that we enjoy the activities that we are into. Mommy Diaspora, if you are there, I want to thank you as well. I want to appreciate you for your support. Those in the comment section are all wonderful. If not for you guys, we won't be here, because you are those that are really carrying us, giving us the energy to go on. My brother Black Panther and those that have called in, we appreciate all of you as always. Black Panther shall be well with you. I, took time to listen to you, your passion, your interest, and your, I can feel it. It shows how passionate you are about Africa. Even you can decide not to do what you are doing right now, just as many of us. Because of the fact that you love the nation, you are doing it not for you, but for Nigeria as a country. I want to appreciate you once again. Yes. You see, just like I said yesterday, we are seeing more issues coming out. We are seeing, evidence of marching towards anarchy and a chaos nation. We are going to get there. It's a gradual process. This Nigeria Watch Studio is going to be an evidence in future when certain things has already happened and has passed. People will refer to it that a lot of people spoke through Nigeria Watch Media and no one listened, because it's very difficult to get media that will stand for the truth at all time. even if the truth is very bitter. Standing for the truth at all times is beneficial, but the difference between true, lie, evil is time. When the time comes, truth will unveil and everybody will see it. Nigeria say that they'll see far yansh. That's the way it's going to be. So, yeah, they're talking about Wike stepping on people's toes. From what is happening in Nigeria, if I can recall during election, how they, mobilize people to become fake men of God, pastors and reverend. And I had a meeting with them as if they were meeting with religious stakeholders. I can recall how this present government, the head of this government, Abado himself, stayed away from interviews, escaped interviews, and started manipulating INEC to the detriment of the people. If I can recall how issues were staged a day ago, shooting at the front of the court, shouting and putting on the uniform of an opposite party. If I can recall much more other manipulations and shenanigans that are taking place in Nigeria, I thereby evaluate after much analysis and conclude that the information about Wike stepping on people's toes is a game. That is another new dance. I don't believe that. Wike himself is doing what he's doing for people not to say, or rather for people to say that he's working. So I don't want to emphasize on that because it's very irrelevant. I saw Oshomole, at least that is the only place that is good to scrutinize as if he's actually scrutinizing. But if you vividly examine that meeting, the committee anchor, you will understand that there is already a game that is being played there. So I don't want to go into that. It's irrelevant. But these people, they are all pushing us towards a nation that they will not be able to handle and no one will be able to handle it. Talking about the Benins and those that were making issues about the Benin culture. For me, as a Benima, I don't blame anyone. People, it's a freedom of speech. People can say whatever they like, but the truth is there. The truth is very clear. The only thing I would say that the mistake that the Benin made those days, because the culture was so brutal, because they don't play with their tradition and they don't play with their beliefs. Those that normally, go contrary to the wish and the aspiration of the land in terms of culture, belief, and ethics, they are most times expelled from the land. They send them to exile, they exile them. That is how we lost a lot of our people, that will migrate so far and speak Bini as if they are speaking another language. Good examples of those languages are Ora, Afema, Isha. When they speak, you will know that they originated from Benin. If there is time, we'll talk about histories of how those people came out from Benin, what led to their expulsion, angry, war, battle, how they migrated. Some peaceful ones left because they couldn't, stay in the land where there is always war, going to war all the time. For them to have peace, they left, and through that migration, the language will begin to change. So it's evidence that we conquered up to Cotonou and all that. So we don't need to argue that. It is also evident that it is only the Benin Kingdom that fought the British tooth and nail because they knew what they were doing. Every other part, apart from one region in the north, they all gave up. They submitted and they became lawyer immediately without exchange of any words. But the Benin stood, they paid with their blood. Even the highest man in authority, the great Oba Ovorame, Oba Atokpe, was deported to Calabar because of that land. That is to tell you how resilient and rugged the Benin are to protect their land. That is why yesterday I said, for people to turn back, the children of Edo to turn back and turn Edo to a battleground against people that are fighting, they became people that are fighting against themselves. Those people, they are cursed by the land. Their life will be cut short because the ancestors did not wish this for the land. So whatever that is happening, there is posterity in future. So moving from that, we talk about the eastern part of Nigeria and the crisis that is taking place there. Those things are orchestrated by politicians. That is the bet. You see, a governor like Hope Uzodimma or Uzodimma, I don't know the one that is correct, whether Uzodimma or Uzodimma, whatever it is, His Excellency, Governor Hope, destroyed that land. For them to succeed, they manipulate the young ones that are poor, they manipulate our youths, they weaponize poverty against our youths and give them weapons to fight for them to be able to achieve their selfish aims. And when they leave these weapons for these guys. You can't buy a car for somebody and tell him not to drive it. You can't build a house for somebody and tell him not to stay in that house. You can't buy a fan for somebody inside the heat and tell him not to use it. You can't buy a gun in a crisis institution and tell the person not to use it. That's the way it is. Whatever you provide for your land, that is what they will use to manipulate the land for you. It might be positive, negative, or otherwise. Depends on what you are provided. That is why you see wise people, wise governors, wise politicians, wise economists, wise technocrats. They provide enabling environment for progressive and excellent achievement in the land. They don't provide things that will create social vices. They don't provide things that will make people regret. They don't provide things that will put them in threats. But Nigerian politicians, they provide weapons instead of providing social amenities for the youth. They provide weapons instead of providing light, instead of providing water. They provide weapons instead of providing good roads. They provide weapons instead of providing good health. They provide weapons instead of improving agriculture. They provide weapons instead of empowering the people. They provide weapons instead of doing the right thing just for their selfish end. And at the end of the day, the weapons are used against their own people. It's a shame that we see this kind of thing. It's just like the North. For years, more than decades, the North has been no man's land, fighting every day. We've lost a lot of military in order to make sure that there's peace in that place. But because of the manipulation of those that are using that crisis for their selfish ends, there's no end to it. Because of corruption, money that is made to buy weapons and secure the area is used for personal ends. And as a result of that, our soldiers are dying on a daily basis. Instead of them to fight the war and succeed, they keep maiming and killing our soldiers for nothing. Now they've extended it to the east. Gradually, in no distant time, the whole nation is going to be a land of chaos. There's going to be crashes everywhere. There's going to be pockets of terrorism. There's going to be pockets of terror group. There's going to be pockets of rebels everywhere. At the end of the day, those that call themselves politicians that are using these people for their selfish ends are going to run away and leave the land for them to destroy the poor man. It's only the poor men that always pay for this. We pay for this. People pay with their children. They pay with their lives. They don't care. Their kids are not here. Their kids are not schooling here. They don't even have properties, valuable properties here. They invest the money outside Nigeria. So when it comes to the time to escape, they will quietly escape and leave the poor people inside the crisis. It's a shame, and it's going to be a pity. And maybe that time, Nigerians in diaspora are going to work out modalities on how to chase them back or deal with them outside. They will survive it if Nigeria has no peace. If Nigeria has no peace, if Nigeria lost the peace, these politicians should know that they will never have a space in the world to stay because Nigerians are everywhere. They are better do the right thing as early as possible to make sure that things are handled properly to correct all these abnormalities. If not, in no distance time, they will be able to stay and relax. So talking about religion, I think that is a very crucial issue. Religion is a very crucial issue in Nigeria. We are all very religious. Most of us are Christians. Most of us are Muslim. Most of us are practicing other, some are free thinkers and some are practicing paganism. It's a free world. But what has religion done to us in recent time? Religion has been able to make the people feel as if nothing is happening. Religion is like a cooler for those that are passing through deliberate suffering orchestrated by politicians in Nigeria. When they go to church, the church religious leader will tell them that there is hope. Even if the hope is not here, they should prepare themselves for heaven, that there's no need for them to rise up. They tell them to pray that God will do it very soon. It's a kind of therapy to calm them down. That is why you see that Nigeria is still wallowing in this pain, because people would have, those that would have rose against the system are being, given a kind of therapy to relax in religious houses. They are there, calming them down. Whereas these same religious leaders, they work hand in hand with these politicians in order to achieve their purpose. So that is what religion has done. Nobody is saying that it is not good to go to church or to attend a religious gathering. But the way it is used against Nigerians, the way it is carried out by those actors that are using it as business is the problem. You see, what that lady just explained is a vivid explanation of what religion is doing to us. A vivid explanation of what religion, the kind of damage that religion, especially Christianity, is doing to our people. Right now, they even build big institutions, universities that church members cannot attend. Only that one alone, the God that we are serving will never forgive them. Those people will never go into heaven. No wonder the Lord said it is easier for the head of a cow to pass through the hole of a needle than a rich man to go into heaven. That explanation is a big explanation, except you don't know what it means. You see, religion has done serious harm to Nigeria. Serious harm. How can somebody get up and build a congregation, a place that will take a congregation of 100,000? For what? To come and pray? Not the same money would have been used to build industry where 50,000 can come and learn a job in 3, 4, 5 years and become useful to themselves and the society. But they use that money to build religious houses that is going to be used. If you come to places like England, religious houses that was built long time ago are now used for other purposes, because with time, they now knew that religion is not what they need. What they need is technology. What they need is innovation. What they need is education. What they need is empowerment. They now started converting those houses, those buildings, to where people can use it for achievable purposes. So exactly that is what we are passing through. That's exactly what we are passing through in Nigeria right now. The earlier, the better for issues to be solved. And talking about our law, the law is nothing to write home about. Black Panther just described how the law is being used against itself. The contradictory way our laws are written will never allow Nigeria to face true democratic process. Will never allow Nigeria to face true development, because the law allow one side for peace and the other side for pieces. The corruption aspect of the law is worse than any other thing. People capitalize on that. Look at what INEC is doing. Why can't they amend the law that is governing INEC? Why? How can they say it's only INEC that will provide a material in the court that will be accepted by the courts? That is to say, every other person around there, there is no need for election. Then INEC will just go to local government council and select whoever that is going to represent. They go there and sit down.
My brother, there's no need to go to court at all.
No need to go to court. No need to even go to election. The INEC should just go to local council and select people randomly and tell them to sit down there. Because for people to go on queue and line up, and at the end of the day, their effort is thwarted. It's a wasted effort and energy. So people don't even need to. INEC should just go to each state, anywhere they want to go. If it is Ogun State, they go to Ogun State and say, okay, you, Mr. Man, you be the governor, you be the local government council chairman, you be the speaker, you be member of the House of Assembly, you be this and that, you commissioner. Just select them. I think that's the best way to describe INEC. If the people cannot have voice. So why do they go to court? They don't need to go to court. They go to court to waste more money, waste more resources, and give themselves more problem. Instead of them to forget about election, I can see the reason why the Labour Party flag bearer, the Labour Party candidate, decided not to even bother about it. Because you see the system, he don't want to give himself a petition and put himself in a condition that he himself cannot even bear it. Because there's no need. I think he's a wise man for him not to go to court, because there is nothing that will come out of it. Tell me, who has ever gone to court in this country since 1999? Apart from very few ones that what even make courts to come to give power to remove the incumbent governor that have won the election, or maybe through fraud and give it to the opposite party, is as a result of the fact that maybe the man is not loyal to the people, the politicians, the key stakeholders. He's not loyal to them. He's not listening to them. There is fraction or faction in the party. There is big issue that will make them to say, okay, just remove him. Apart from that, genuinely, the court has never judged any case that will say, okay, we are encouraged by the judicial system of Nigeria. There is no need. It's just a waste. Nigeria is just a joke. It's a joke, and they keep joking with people, and they can see the way things are going. They are not even seeing it. The way things are going right now in Nigeria, the way things are going right now, and I don't know. I see no reason why these guys are not seeing it. Whether it's because they have cash, they have money, they are not seeing all these things. Until it will happen the way that they themselves will be running away. I think that's what is going on. Look at the East. The East is already becoming so porous that the time will come, nobody will venture each other place. And these things are orchestrated. They are orchestrated. What are the security doing? What are they doing? There is no 2 posts or 3 posts where you don't have police checkpoint. What are they doing? Extorting people, collecting money. And on top of this, people are still dying every day. People are facing, oh my God, Nigeria is just a shambles. It's a shambles. It's a shadow of itself. And people come out and celebrate as if maybe nothing is happening. A nation where fuel rose from 500 or 600 straight to 1,200, and nobody spoke. Is that kind of nation not enough to be? It's enough. That is enough reason for people to be afraid of those kind of people. I've never seen a rise in a commodity like that in my life since I was born. But they buried it. It's as if nothing is happening. A place where a minimum wage is 30,000 naira and one chicken is 25,000 naira. What kind of nation is that? A place where you have people be paid 20,000 naira, people that are working with private firm, they are paid 20,000 naira, and one fish is 3,000 naira. So that person will just take his salary to the market and buy 5 fish, and the money is finished. So you're not going to tell me that such nation or people like that should be peaceful, they should be decent, they should behave well. You cannot get good behavior. Nobody, dignity will become at stake in this kind of situation. People are not living well. You are talking about dignity. People are talking about, oh, these people, they are the cause of this. Nobody, this is not Tinubu fault now. This one will steal money, not be Tinubu fault now. Like Tinubu fault be this one. Person will do this one. How that person want to survive? First of all, ask yourself, why I want to survive? Those of us that are in Western world, we have to ask ourselves, why is it that government don't play with the policy of taking care of people that got family, whether they are working or not, they make sure they are sufficient. There is sufficiency. People don't ask that question. They will say, people, Nigerians are not decent, they misbehave too much, don't do this and that. Ask yourself, why is it that there is what you call a subvention for people that are jobless, people that are handicapped, people that are mentally handicapped, people that are physically disabled, people that are not that have not got a job, that have got profession, that have not got a job. Why is the government paying serious attention to these people? People don't ask those questions because it's the only way you can reduce crime. Because you can't tell somebody to be disciplined when he's hungry. You can't tell somebody to be disciplined when he has no food to eat, when he has no money to go to the hospital to get. Why do we have free medical? Free medical. Why do we have it? 100%. Because you can't tell somebody that is sick not to go and look for money to take care of himself. If instead of him to die, he's ready to kill his neighbor and make the money to take care of himself. So it becomes survival of the fittest. We need to ask ourselves, why is the government taking subvention very serious? Why is the government assisting people? Why is it that palliatives are very, very important in society where you go to and you become peaceful? You think we travel abroad, we become very decent, we become very peaceful, very obedient. We begin to respect our dignity, begin to look at our dignity and our personality. We think it's our making. No. It is the society that we have found ourselves, because the society is planned to give you peace. The society has been planned to make sure that you are peaceful when you are in it. They know what you need to have peace, so that when you commit crime, when they are dealing with you, they don't look back. You can't tell me as my father, or I can't tell my son to sit down there when I have no, what it takes to make him sit down. Can you tell your child to sit on top of a fire? When you set fire on a chair, you say, my son, go and sit down there because I'm your father. Impossible. You can't tell a child to go and sit on a chair where there are pins and needles. You have to remove it, clear it, make it decent for the child to know that you love him or her. So people begin to talk about decency in Nigeria. People are not disciplined. People are not decent. People don't respect their dignity. I begin to laugh at them. Why should somebody be disciplined when he has no food to eat? Why should somebody be disciplined when his child is sick? Why should somebody be disciplined when he cannot afford the school fees of his children? Somebody has gone to school, a graduate for that matter, maybe up to master's or PhD, has no job. Then you expect this person to be decent? A graduate riding Okada, and the Okada cannot even feed him or his children. You are telling him to be decent when he come across issues that will make him make money. These are desperate people. This is a desperate society. You can't stop it except you make provision to stop it. You can't just stop crime with words of mouth. You can't advise people to change. We are here in the Western world. We are very obedient to the rule of law because it has been made to be beneficial to us whenever we are obedient. And whenever we disobey the rule, we see that the consequence is very, very large, because they don't play with it. They make sure that the consequence is taken into action, and you pay for it. So you have to be decent.
Prince, let me give you the good word. Obedience in the Western world is a culture.
Yeah, exactly. It's a culture. It's a culture that you must obey. You have no reason to be disobedient because that is the word. Obedience is a culture. And you have no reason to be disobedient because when you are disobedient, they take it squarely with you. They don't joke with it. So you must be obedient. And the society is created in a way that if you are obedient, you enjoy the resources. So I wonder why they tell people to you just walk into an area, you say all of you should be obedient, all of you should be decent, all of you should be why are people being like this? Why are people so wicked? Why are people so this? Somebody's doing ritual, I want to become a millionaire. You are saying why it's so wicked. A government is there, somebody's in the top of government stealing billions that is made to build hospitals, billions that is made to make for agriculture, billions that is made to construct road, to give water, and people are dying. Do you know how many people die if somebody embezzle 50 million? Do you know how many people that are going to die because that 50 million is not there? Do we consider that? That is the highest crime of the highest level. So if we need a change, we must start it from the head. When the head is bad, every other body is useless. We must start that change from the head. That is why when people begin to blame individuals, I'm not in that school of thought. I'm not in that school of thought because I grew up in Nigeria. I knew what it takes for me to survive Nigeria. But when I went for a greener pasture and I arrived abroad, at least my first 2 decades and a half, I spent it in Nigeria. But when I left, I came into Western world, I found out that it's a different world entirely. You get what you want because the society is built, except you are weak and you are not ready for life. That's the only way you can suffer. But when you say this is what I want to do, you will achieve it. So I don't blame anybody that does anything. If they want things to be put right, they should first of all, visit the law and let it be constructive enough for evidence and let the judiciary do its work so that everybody can be upright. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Mr. Nadiawash. Thank you.
All right. Oga Prince Collins, thank you very much, sir. You know, on a normal day, you will get this kind of meanings to express yourself like this. You know,
I've never since I've never got this kind of time before.
I say the B is not a.
It give us all the 10 people time now.
No, try. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Some of you are always lucky like that sometimes to really talk, and Mr. Jonathan have been so lucky so many times. Ogasim, Madarita, Black Panther, now you and few others. Yes, it happens like that, especially when you really want to. You know that we don't know that 8 minutes is not enough, but still, we can't sleep here. So, but you can talk for even 1 hour sometimes. If maybe now let you the panel, I don't mind. Everything you never see opportunity to touch, you just touch them. I suppose be, you know. I appreciate you, my dear brother, Oga Prince Collins. Thank you so much for touching all the areas that is affecting us in our country. You know, like I've said so many times, one person not will do this job. One person cannot put your voice out there. It has to be a collective voices to see how, not just to see how our government can change, but also to see how we can change the mindset of the people. As you and I know, the mindset of the people is a big problem that we have, right? I'm telling you, big problem. You know, most of the things that you believe on, they don't believe on it. Then you'll be trying to convince them that no, this is the right way. They will be arguing with you. You know, so that mindset is a big problem that we are facing today. Like that, our sister, you know, the video that I played earlier on, you know, if you also check it the other way around, things that we suppose to either physically challenged to sort it out, you know, or calling out our government to sort it out. We'll be putting it in prayers. It's baffling. I've told you guys before, me not Christian as well. Yes, I'll be Christian. But at the end of the day, becoming a useless Christian That's the problem. And some of them will be angry with us whenever we speak like this. Like I said, on this platform, unfortunately, some of our submissions will get you mad. But fortunately, some of our submissions have also put smiles on your faces. It shows that we are not here to see how we want to make people just happy. We are here to say it how it should be. You cannot continuously be praying for something that have been given to you already. It doesn't make no sense. If you see me check and look at that, our sister earlier on what she said. She said when our son or our child needs something, they have a mumu button. There's the way they will ask for that thing. She cannot even bear than to give it to her child, except she knows that her child don't need it. That was exactly my character. Listening to her, I was seeing myself in that picture. I told somebody day before yesterday, the person was saying, he called me, I don't want to talk about the gender, but say, if person they call you, the return call. And, person they message you, you are not available. Then I asked this person, I say, if you call me, you don't ever take me more than the day you called me before I will return your call. He said no. I said, okay. If I don't return at that hour, 2 or 3, but at least that same day, I will return the call. Then this person now went on by saying, because I'm not a priority, at least you get people that is a priority that you can pick their calls or return their messages immediately. Then I say, yes, you are right. I get people that I can pick their calls immediately. Then I went on. I said, this priority are my children. I said, there's every possibility I might not even pick my wife's call immediately. Maybe depend on what I'm doing or the engagement. I said, but I will always like to prioritize my wife's call, my mother's call, my father's call. I said, but my children's call, even though I'm on a live broadcast, as I know they talk to Naso, my phone will ring. Now my daughter or my son, they call me. I must pick. I will go on a quick break with you guys. Or I will say, Black Panther, speak to us. I don't mute. I will pick. And I'm not always happy when I got my children's missed call. He said, wow. I said, yes. Then I now went on, according to that, what our sister said, because I'm going somewhere. And also went on that I can never deny anything that my children ask me, except is something just 3 days ago. Just 3 days ago. I don't know say this video I go play today. You understand? Just 3 days ago here. It's not on the broadcast, it's a different conversation. And I said, except is something that I know, say this is not good for my child. Apart from that, then I extensively went on by saying, my child cannot say, Daddy, I'm hungry. Then me go they eat. I'll say, wait, you go eat later. It's not possible. That's the way he called me when they complain. Come they learn. Come they say, wow. I've learned a lot for this conversation. Oh, I didn't see it this way. Say, yes. It doesn't mean say me not pick your call, say you are not a priority in my life or I don't like you. But if you prioritize everybody, you'll be confused and you might not even live long. But there are people that no matter what.
Yeah, that was not first. It's just, if you don't live long, you prioritize everybody.
You say?
I say you just talk. I like that one. Say if you prioritize everybody, you don't live long.
No, but that's the truth. It doesn't mean you don't like everybody.
All right.
I like everybody, or I have people that is dear to me. That make me talk and just now say, even that first class priority, my own wife not even day side. But does it mean I will not return my wife call within an hour? I will. Or in most cases, I might pick. But what I'm saying is that my children, no matter how, my wife know now. My wife now they tell me sometimes, say, no, calm down. It's only a missed call, they are fine. I said, no, I don't like to miss my kids' call. I don't like it. So let's come back to our God. Now make me talk this thing. Are you not telling me, say, our heavenly Father go know what it be your pain? He go close the eye, say, make you die, put. Are you not telling me that you'll be telling God, God, give me that water, I beg. I have ECOC. He will go say, no, I'm not going to give you my son. Buy ECOC, I go buy you.
He will say, go and pray more.
He go say, pray more, give me a provocative offering. Might I forgive you the water? You see, this thing is just a common sense. How can your pastor tell you that give a provocative offering to God for you to get blessed? Give a tithe to God for God to answer your prayers. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be. Everybody believe in God. I'm one of them. But when you now become stupid, now that place I have problem. And that is what destroyed our country today. Now make us all the way we are there today. Religionism is the biggest problem. In fact, religionism is even worse than the government. To be honest, if you ask me to pray, you know the kind of prayer I will pray today? I will pray for God to help us. Right? God to help us to have a leader that will come in as a first, because number one seat now be the number one leader. I'm gonna get that for mine. All this Kaba, the other one, some people they will not do they take decision for Nigeria. Now, because any number one seat where they come Nigeria are incompetent. Normally, they shouldn't be all those rubbish. Yes, if you are ready to rescue the country. For me, I'll be the happiest man today to have a number one man in Nigeria as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You call me in the first week, you say, I cancel every church in Nigeria, every state and every community, or what do you call it? Every local government government will not have only one church or something like that. There's the way you will moderate this thing. Because you cannot be church, they not be spoiled their life. But they are doing well. A lot of us are there, even listening to me right now from there. Why can't we say we spoil our own? We put on for her hypocritically. We choose to be useless. Some of us lives in America today. Not be God, Satara, Sabo, not be repair America. Some of us choose to be useless. Some of us live in Germany, the European country, or any developed country today that is working. Not be Satara, provocative offering. Not be repair that country. Some of us choose to be useless. When we speak, they'll say, speak to name, and touch my prophet name, and no harm, name. What are you guys talking about? They now have this kind of psychological way to inflict guilt in you in case you are not succumbing to their deceitfulness. They will not inflict guilt. You will not carry that guilt. You will not be carrying the go. You'll not be thinking about your life. Say, does it mean I've offended God? Hey, God, oh, my pastor preached yesterday. Say some of us who do this, who did not give bountifully, who did not do this, If sometimes we want to brag, sometimes some of us listening to us right now, we really want to brag. We can brag to let you know that we are more giver than people who give through tithes. if we really want to say it. With a traceable evidence, we are more giver. So are you not telling me that a family of 4 where me help recently that I don't like talking about here now, talking about things like this on this platform? Because my platform is not a charitable platform. But I wish you need to be close to me to know what I'm doing outside my broadcast. Are you not telling me God not go bless me? No, God go say, no, my son, Mr. Elijah was FCT. I not said you may go do it like this. Go through so church, go do it, and then I go hear your prayer. Is that what you are telling me now?
Exactly, Elijah, exactly. They'll say you have stolen from God.
Is that what you are telling me? That I will not get blessing from God by touching others' lives? Or those of you supported our sister the other day, Abike Dabiri from Nigeria Watch platform, you will not say God not go bless all of you just because you don't go put that money for someone altar first. Come on, let's wake up, man. The problem of our country is too huge to be blaming just one particular bodies, government. Government are doing their worst. The people are doing their worst. Religionism is part of it. Ethnicism, tribalism, nepotism, traditionalism, everything is just holistic wahala. Now we your day. Very, very huge holistic wahala. Now we do. Guess what? I don't know. I'm telling you. We need to come together to tell ourselves the truth for Nigeria to work. Because if you look, many of them that is deceiving us with Christianity, religionism all the time, they develop country. They don't stay for this Nigeria. They're not there. Though they from there, they tell you, say, touch my prophet, do my prophet no harm. The Bible, chapter 8 equals to 9 in Ephesians 6 minus 10 says, don't touch my prophet. What are you talking about?
And a foreigner bring the religion. No.
What are you talking about? And you did their country. You come to Nigeria and do the Saba, settle, come and do it here. Now they are going to know, say, yes, you are trying. You cannot be in a developed country. You'll be deceiving people back home that they pray. There's most of us end our conversation. Even me, I'm guilty of this one. I want to say so. We end our conversation in most times by saying, now only God now go help this country. Now only God now go. Tell me how you can say me the same God when we don't call.
Now every one of us, Nigeria, now everybody.
Yes, yes. Our God don't get headache for our matter. He don't tire. Sometimes if they call and say no one listen again, we say, these people. Not be used to this thing they ask me today. Not be used to ask yesterday. I don't give you. What are you not asking for now? As Peggy Modi, you give me this $10 now. I would say, okay, Peggy Modi, give me $10. Give me $10. She'll say, I don't already give you. Not be you put for screen, so. Mr. Lajawa, what is your problem? I'll say, no, Peggy Modi, I never see him. Give me $10. Other people will be telling me, we see him, now you put for screen. So you say, no, I did not, me not see him at all. This is what is worrying. That they affect us for Nigeria. So it's a big problem. Wahala. We have a long way to go, man. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. I'd like us to move on. I have our brother give us a mandate. Oh, we have to. Okay, you're on the backstage of Prince College. I don't even know, sir. I know they lose cry, I know they talk. And my brother Abdul Malik is with us as well. You know, well, give us a mandate if you are there, please. Unmute yourself and talk to us. 8 minutes quickly.
Thank you very much, Mr. Let Mr. Malik go. I'll come after you.
Okay, good. My brother Oga Malik, thank you very much. This one where you smile entire studio, so I've been a lot now you win.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. Thank you.
Good evening, Mr. Ivis, and good evening, everyone in the panel. Good evening, Nigerian. I'm listening to you, what you are saying. That is the reason why I'm smiling.
Thank you,
You
sir.
see, we Nigerian, until we stop lying to ourselves, that country will not move forward. God have given us everything. It's not God that will come on heaven to help us. It's we help us because we have bad leaders. That is the reason why the country is mixed. Everything, Nigeria have everything that it takes to make the country be the best or the 5th country in the world. just because of the bad leaders. Just calculate how many years back, those money that they are stolen. Combine those money, what development those money will bring to Nigeria. You are telling me God is God? Is it because of is that one? Is it God? Or we between individual ourselves? We are suffering ourselves, we are calling God. God don't answer for such things, no. Because God don't support bad things. Never and ever. God, look at where they are fighting, like Russia, all those places, Afghanistan. Those are the places that they will call God. It's not Nigerian. Yeah, we don't have anything like something like that. It's only the people, even the Boko Haram that they are disturbing Nigeria today. It's created by man-made. Yes, the APC, they created that Boko Haram to disrupt Goodluck Jonathan. You are telling me it's God? We should start deceiving ourselves. Tell me the Saudi Arabia, like Muslims used to go, is it how they suffer their citizen? Which Tinubu is a Muslim. Shetima, the same thing. Look how Nigeria people, they are suffering. They don't even have heart. They don't have human feeling. We should start deceiving ourselves. We should stop calling God. It's not everything we call God for, because God have already blessed Nigeria for everything. Because of our bad, that's why the country is going backward. It's a mess to this extent. Yes, I hear everything you say. You are right. You say in life, you cannot praise anybody in life. And the major thing in life is that just do the one you can do. You leave others for God. Because God, you know how God judge way human being with your heart. Yeah, it's not with your appearance or with your talk. No, it's with your heart. That is how God will judge you. You understand? You see, in Nigeria today, I see no reason. You know why we are blaming government? Government, they are the major key player in the country. They are the one that we keep the country going. Because when they pull law, most of the role they are playing in the country, they are the major people that will play the role. Because when they pull law for anything, if you disobey the law, probably you will know what will go for you, right? But they don't do it. Look at yesterday, the video you show somebody, only one person, carry poor passion along the way, parabolating on the street. In the court premises, imagine, and there is force agency there. What are they doing? And the man was there like how many minutes, like 30 minutes or 1 hour. No police come to the man to track him, to know who sent him, but nobody knows till now. What are you going to tell me for that? Is it not government? Is it not government you will blame? If the government, if Nigeria is a country that is work, that man will be tracked. By now, they will know who sent him. But just because of the country's mess, it's not working. Look at what happened. It's very bad. The government, they play the major role in the country. They face the country for their citizens. Yeah, that is the reason why we are blaming government. Or 80% of what is happening today in Nigeria is because of the government. Because you tell me government create a job opportunity. Tell me how many, there is not too much crime. There will not be too much crime. We know everywhere in the world there is crime, but the crime is less, a little. But in Nigeria, just because of the government, they don't create a job opportunity, nothing. Everybody try to survive on his own. That's why all those things happening there. Yeah, that is a major thing. Government, they are the major blame. You need to blame them because they play the key role. That is it. Look at what is happening today. We have farm, arable land, but people cannot go there. Why government they cannot tackle something like insecurity so that people will start going to the farm? But they cannot do it just because of one or two persons in the government, they are benefiting from the system. That is the corruption. Yeah, that is the corruption. That is what we need to do. That is what we need to fight. According to what you say, we need to, if number one man is, we get the number one man right, everything will be right in the country. But number one man, if it's not right, nothing will work. Because all the system is collapsed, it's corrupt for now. Judiciary, everything, even as of representative, the one that they're supposed to be debating on issue, but they don't do it. They will just pass the bill, just like morons. They don't know what they are doing there because they are benefiting from the system for their own personal pocket. That is the problem we have. Unless everybody will come together, we fight those people. Without that, there is nothing to work in the country. Thank you very much, Mr. Nigeria Watch. Mr. Nigeria Watch, are you there?
All right. Thank you, my brother Abdul Malik. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, Mr. Nigeria Watch.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. I don't know if Give Us a Mandate is ready, but we'll give you final submission. If you're not ready.
Yeah, let me speak now, Mr. Elvis. Can you hear me?
Okay. Talk to us, my brother. Good evening to you.
Thank you. Can you hear me, Mr. Elvis?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon to you and then to the panelists. I greet everyone. Thank you for always holding forth. Thank you for the time. Thank you for everything. Mommy Diaspora, I greet you, comment section and everyone. I greet everybody. Thank you so much. Well, Black Panther, thank you very much for always holding the forth. Oga Collins, I greet you. Mr. Malik, I greet you all. Thank you very much. The issue of Edo State, honestly, I was surprised seeing that event in Edo State. And it just borders on the fact that do they really know what they are doing or what the country is actually turning into? But like I've always said, they have to criminalize the whole system, and that is what is happening. And so Black Panther, sometimes ago you were talking about the Southwest, and everybody should arise and then fight because they are destroying the land. See, everywhere, every land in that country has been destroyed. They've taken away your pride. They've taken away your value. They've taken away your culture. They've taken away your system. And so it's a collective fight that everybody now have to arise and fight this collectively. Now, about the electoral reform that Akpabio was talking about on that floor, Nigerians, don't be deceived. Akpabio, they know what they are doing. Is a mind game, and so don't be deceived. Don't fall for their mind game until everyone arise and starts to fight for the recovery of that country. Then nothing is going to happen. And Mr. Elvis, thank you very much for what you said about the religionism, right? And you just said it all. And that's the point that the Lefaro team is trying for Nigerians to get to. That until Nigerians actually get there, they cannot do anything. They cannot even take back their country. So, but nothing much to say than what we have said earlier, or what we continue to say on this platform. The country, there is no country. There is no country. You just have gangsters, you have hoodlums ruling. Now look at the case in Lagos State. The Obasa, the Speaker of the House, removed, right? I mean, I don't even care about his removal. Allegedly, that guy bought a house in Atlanta worth billions of naira. Where did he get the money from? You ask yourself that question. The country is gone. Most of there is no country. Let's arise and take back what belongs to us. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Right. Thank you, give us a mandate for coming to put your voice to this today. I appreciate you. We already hit it at 3 hours already here. I appreciate every one of you. We're gonna do just 2 minutes round so we can round up. All of an adult talk properly today. But meanwhile, I'd like to appreciate my people who have chatted me or in the past and present. George Blue Shell, thank you once again. Peggy Monday, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do. Spiritual happiness, thank you very much. It's good to hear from you. Happy New Year to you. Thanks for the encouragement as well. I'm very, very grateful. I appreciate every one of you, my wonderful people right there. Please, guys, press on the like button, help us to share. And God bless you now. Thank you very much, Madam Amen Bright, for coming in. Madam Nena, thank you very much. I can see you right there in the comment section. Thank you, my wonderful people. Stella Affini, and many, many others. But meanwhile, let's quickly do our final 2 minutes. Black Panther, I come back to you. Then Oga Prince College, get ready, be close to your mic. Then Abdul Malik, be close to your mic, and give us a mandate, be close to your mic. 2 minutes. Black Panther, please, your final submission. 2 minutes.
Thank you, Niger Watch. This is my final submission. I want to speak on, I want to just do light. I need to put this light on religion. Religiosity. What is happening in Nigeria? I want to ask our religious, Christian body, Muslim brothers and sisters. You see, we have one God. And most of the people that are on your pulpit are preaching, oh, when you buy, you go one place. Now, I now ask a question. What are the reasons why God brought us to come to earth to exist? Is it for us to just come to earth, then we're going to pray to go another place again? Meanwhile, the imam, the pastors are driving that preach the same gospel of what I'm saying now to us, are riding their Rolls Royce and limousine and building mansions. I want you to look at it. Is that not a contradiction? Is that not a biasness in the administration? Why are they obtaining everything of the world and they are leaving the followers in tatters and in rickety? They don't want to even give you the peace that they have. Rather, they use it to acquire wealth. Then when we talk, the follower will say, now only people of the world go drive limousine. But what does your holy book tells you? Those are the things I want to speak to the minds of the Nigerian people. Now in politics, as long as the bill to change the electoral law is brought forward, my people, don't joke with it. Let them open that door of that electoral change. Then we that have the like minds, we that can speak up, will rush into that door and will challenge them. Let us not complain that they are going to maneuver it. Look, every word, everything they do, there is element of mistake in it. Mistake must come. Unless for that mistake, if you see that mistake, let us all first rush into that room and make sure that electoral change comes. We will debate it, and they will do mistake, and they will do what we want. Because they know that electoral law, it can never work. This old one can never work. And if they call for another election, people, it will be like 2% will come out for the election. That is where they are scared, because legitimacy they will never get. And if nobody comes, they cannot rig, and they will tell us that the world will legitimize what they brought. Look at the way they are treating your president all over the world. It's like a beggar. He's fighting for legitimacy. He's putting millions of dollars down to fight for it. What of if you get it from the people? Will you go outside to fight? Nigerian politicians will change unless the Nigerian people demand for that change. That is when they are going to change. Thank you, Niger Watch. I salute you. Otuaka for you. Continue to do what your heart tells you to do, because I know there's love in your heart. God bless you and bless the entire Niger Watch family.
Amen. Amen. God bless you too, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. for always speak passionately how our country can be better. Thank you. Let me quickly move on to Prince Collins. Sir, unmute yourself. 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. For me, I'll just kind of, it's a kind of extension of what the last speaker have said. In terms of religion, we are all Christians. As I'm talking to you, I'm a Christian. And nobody should say, okay, yes, these guys are pagans, they are this and that, they are whatever. We are wise Christians. I like one word that Naja word to use. He said useless Christians. In Nigeria, there are useless Christians and there are useful Christians. The useful Christians are those Christians that go to study their Bible. For you to be useful in any institution that you belong to, you have to go and study the rules and regulations, study the requirement, the ethics and values of such institution, and know what is required to exist, coexist, and do the right thing. So you don't be a victim of circumstances. Christians, for the love of God, go and study the Bible. If you cannot study for a long time, choose at least each chapter once in a week, once in 3 days, every day, depends on your capacity. Study it, go to a quiet moment, look for a quiet moment, study it properly, and understand what the Bible says, not what your pastor says. Very important. If the pastors were the mouthpiece of God, the Bible wouldn't have been there. The pastors and reverend and men of God are there to guide you. Read your Bible, because it is when you read your Bible that you will know the truth. And the Bible says, know the truth and the truth will set you free. If you don't know the truth, you will be in captivity. That's what it means. If you don't know the truth, people will use your head. That's what it means. Know the truth and you will be free. So go and read your Bible. Stop following your pastors and your men of God that are using you as a tool up and down. Go and study your Bible. In terms of politics, we'll expand on that next time. Go and study your Bible. Thank you very much, Mr. Rajawosh.
All right. Yes, I agree with you, Oga Prince Collins. We don't insult people here. We don't generalize here. When we insult or disrespect people, we are specific of the people we're talking about. So if you find yourself in that category, then you will collect them woto. Thank you very much, sir. Let's move on to Abdul Malik, sir. Your 2 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening once again, Mr. Naija. The major problem in this religion issue is that if you are in Nigerian, you can never understand how it goes. Because when I was there, I know early 2000, 2007, 2008, 2005, when I was there, I know that it's like religion. When you like Muslim, when you see Christian, you think it's your enemy. No, it's not like that. Religion is not like that. We African, the way we practice religion is not the way all those people that bring the religion, they practice it. Anything we do it different. It's different. Just take a look now. If really those people they are mala or they are pastor, how can you see your fellow citizens they are suffering? But you don't do anything about that. How can that work? But you say you are studying a holy book. How? Are you deceiving me or you are deceiving people? Look at Saudi Arabia. Are they, is it how they suffer their citizen? Or Israel? Is it how they suffer their citizen? The question is no. The answer is no. But look at Nigeria, how people are suffering. But all those leaders, all those religious leaders, they are it's like they are happy for that because they are benefiting something from it, which is not supposed to be so. That is the major problem we have. But a person that knows God, you cannot see your fellow man be suffering, you are happy. No. You must be touched. Yeah, because you know you have the fear of God. You must be touched, unless you don't believe in God. Yeah, something like that. Thank you very much, Mr. Najawad.
Thank you very much, my brother Abdul Malik. The last person on the panel, give us a mandate. I don't know if you're available to do your 2 minutes.
Let's just round up. I think I'm good. Thank you very much for allowing me. I appreciate you. Have a good evening, everyone. Bye for now.
God bless you, my brother. I appreciate you. All right, guys, we come to the end of this broadcast. I want to appreciate every one of you for your time with us today. I'm going to go bless you now. Starting with my wonderful panelists, brother Black Panther, for coming in early today. When you guys come early is a big relief for us here. Even though it's just one person I have on the panel, I'm good to go. At least we'll have 2 voices. Or if nobody come to the panel, if only one person call into the show, at least I have a voice that join my voice and that join my people on the comment section. The people with the comment section and then me they applaud because then they normally start the broadcast before us, and we leave them there to end the show. These guys, they are so wonderful. I want to say I'm very, very grateful. Thank God, I God bless all my people. Thank you very much, Black Panther, once again. Thank you. Give us a mandate, Prince Collins, Abdul Malik. Thank you, my people. Now God bless you now. And for those of you that supported the platform today, thank you once again, Just Blue Shell, Peggy Monday, and Spiritual Happiness. I'm very, very grateful. Those of you that called into the show today, Prince Akwashi, thank you very much, sir, for calling in. I guess it was only you that called into the show today. Thank you, sir. I appreciate every one of you right there in the comment section. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for all that you do. I appreciate you always. Thank you, Peggy Monday, once again. Michael Carter, thank you so much. Madam Iris Finance just coming in. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you for all that you do. It's good to hear from you. Thank you, everyone right there, Madam Nena. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Every one of you that came in today, thank you so much, my people. And God bless you now. Thank you, Stella Afeni. We'll come to the end of the broadcast. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Fingers crossed, 7 p.m. Nigerian time, so we can continue from where we stop. My people, help us to press on the like, help us to share. Before you leave, just copy the link and take with you. Take care and have a good night. Bye for now, my people. God bless you all.
Osaga, Okona, Su, Fue. to where I'm meant to be. Yeah, my city, boy, I know it all.